Hello, hello everyone. Well, that was a pretty good documentary. Um, Hello everyone. um, Pretty good documentary on oxygen. Not bad. They did say in it that they were confident that ANK was not involved in the crime and that she is not a suspect. And that's according to Kirby Lewis. He is the director of the CBI. Hello, it's me. How are you guys tonight? And Pink Bubblegum, thank you for your reply to that one lady who left a terrible message about me. But what got me is I was watching AD after this went off because I always like to hear what his rubbish is going to be. And he actually had the gall to say that thanks to his Shadows video, Tammy Lee can get closure on this case. What a frickin' jackass. I was told, Kindness Cake, that you can watch it on Oxygen's YouTube channel. Rock Bottom, A Life Journey. I like that name. That's a really cool name. Do you already have your channel started? If so, I'll subscribe to it. I have no idea. I don't care what they say. I've told you guys that before. Hello, Rabbit. How are you? Anyway, on the Oxygen documentary, it was nothing that, people like us that keep up with the case the way we do, it's nothing we didn't already know. It did say that NK, they believed, without a shadow of a doubt, no pun intended, that she was not involved in any way. Hello, Infinite. And they also did say that they were shocked when Chris decided to plead guilty, and that they went to Wisconsin not to try to implicate NK, but to get the truth from Chris Watts to give closure to the Rusek family. Now, and then AD comes off with this thing that says his shadow videos gave Tammy Lee the closure she needed from this case, because had it not been for his videos, she would not have closure, because she would still be going to bed every night thinking that Shanann killed the kids that night. He is delusional. He is freaking delusional. All right. Well, I'm really interested in checking it out, Rock Bottom. So I'll keep my eye out when you go start making your videos or your lives or however you go about doing it. Hello, Shamalama Ding Dong. It's always weird saying that name, just FYI. But it was probably one of the best documentaries I think they've made about the case. Probably better than the other ones they've aired. It was really good seeing Tammy Lee and getting her take on the case, and seeing her cry at the end of it, and saying that the sad thing is how could someone do that to their own children, and that she's cried more for his kids than he has. I was trying to think of a couple of things. Oh, Nate was on it. He said that he's had a hard time coming to grips with the fact that, he shook Chris's hand that day, and then found out later that just that morning he had done what he done to his family. So it was pretty. I did like seeing Tammy Lee, though. That was good to see her. They actually wanted to do the polygraph the first night that they had him in the interrogation, because there was things that were raising red flags, but it got so late, so they just asked him if he would come in the next day. And now AD is saying on his channel that after this documentary, he dares anyone to tell him not to talk about this case because people need brought to justice that are guilty. So I don't get it. Yeah, he's gonna, he would take it to another level. It just blowed my mind what he said about giving Tammy Lee closure. He said he knows that she watches his videos, wishing she could go back and investigate. And I'm thinking, yeah, I bet she does. She probably lays in bed at night watching you, AD, wishing that you were on the case with her. You're delusional, man. And you wonder why people call you out because you're delusional. And people in the chat, oh my God, AD, you're brilliant. This case would have never gotten anywhere if it wasn't for you. Tammy owes you a great big thanks. And I'm thinking, what the hell is wrong with these people? So I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. He is, and his subs are just as delusional as he is, saying that the case would have never went anywhere without him. Just blows my mind. Well, thank you, Luna. Thank you for subbing, and I hope you're having a lovely night as well. Yeah, he really does have serious mental issues. And then someone just, I noticed they made just a simple comment over in the chat section, and they deleted both comments, and it wasn't even nothing that bad, or it was just like an opinion. And some guy came on and said, I'm a new subscriber here, and I'm kind of afraid to comment because it looks like your messages will get deleted and you'll possibly get banned for giving your opinion. And one of the mods said, no, opinions are welcome here. Opinions are welcome here. And he's like, well, I've seen people's comments being deleted that didn't even say anything except a different opinion. So I don't get it. It's my birthday, but too sick to have fun. Well, happy birthday, Carolina girl. And hope you get to feeling better. That sucks when you're sick on your birthday. I've been sick on my birthday before, and that's not. But the good thing is you can always celebrate another day. That's one good thing about it. But happy birthday. I wish you felt better to celebrate it a little bit. Trying to think if there was anything else. I came on kind of late. What happened was got in and I had recorded it, so I was able to watch it. And anybody that's wanting to watch it that hasn't seen it yet, I'm being told that you can watch it on YouTube's Oxygen channel. Hello, Brianna. Hello, everyone. If I haven't said hello, hello to you. Yeah, opinions are welcome as long as they are his. Is that not the truth? I actually came back home. It's me. I didn't go. It was a little cold, and Julia kind of spouted off to me and hurt my feelings. So I came back home, and I just went and got her because she got real aggravated with me. You know how teenagers are. I don't know. I was just told that you could watch it on YouTube's Oxygen channel. It's all right. It's me. You know how teenagers are, especially teenage girls. They do hurt your feelings sometimes, and it is what it is. But everything will be all right tomorrow. That's for sure. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that went over in the documentary that was of note. Like I said, most of it, guys like us that have kept up with the case pretty much knew everything that they showed on there. Pretty much, Tammy Lee pretty much kind of like narrated the thing. She they had D.A. Rourke in there. They had a guy named Kirby Lewis. He's the director of the CBI. And he is the one that said that NK, they were confident she was not involved. And over on AD's live, somebody said, well, Kirby Lewis cleared her. And someone asked AD who Kirby Lewis was, and he said he thought he was the assistant DA. So he doesn't even know who the people are. He doesn't even pay attention. So, like he's never read the discovery. When they have something on, he doesn't pay attention. And why do people make fun of AD about the shadow thing when he was right about it? It's because it's not his work, Shamalama Ding Dong. He stole that work from someone else. Someone brought the shadows to his attention. He, in turn, kicked that person out of the group and locked her out, and then took that work and research to YouTube and claimed it as his own. The shadows were discovered, just not by him. And it's well documented on YouTube about that. Don't just take my word for it. Yes, very well. Very true, it's me. Good evening to the gorgeous mods. They are beautiful. Yeah, it's from a lady called Diane Hughes. Yeah, he talks about the shadows all the time, but he doesn't talk about where he got them from. I just sent a message upstairs and asked them what they were doing herding buffalo. Yeah, when he said he was bringing Dr. B on, I turned it off. I didn't want to watch anymore. It's a long story, Brianna. It's just, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say about it. It's just, mm. Thank you. It's me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm kind of tired tonight. And, just got done watching that. And, seeing Tammy Lee cry over this case. It just, I just get kind of brought down a little bit. And, like Tammy Lee said, she's cried more over his children than he ever did. It's not a movie on Lifetime, Elizabeth. It's a documentary on Oxygen tonight. The movie doesn't come out on Lifetime until January. Um, here's Johnny. Yeah, he's a classic. It just blows my mind that he says he gave Tammy Lee closure. That just, um, mm, that's just aggravated me right there. It's one thing to steal the work and claim it as yours, but to now saying, "Hello, Mama, how are you tonight?" Yeah, I appreciate it, you guys. The family, just like Rain Dancer there said, this is only going to be the second Christmas without their family. And that has to be heartbreaking. When AD said Rourke was sending him a coded message, I think they are sending him a coded message. The thing of it is coded messages. You can't help but laugh at the damn guy because he's such a damn fool. So pretty much they told him tonight, uh, it's done. Just it's over. And what does he say? Nobody better tell me to stop talking about this case after tonight. Of course, no. Of course, you wouldn't listen if they even ask you to in a nice, respectful way. You would just keep doing what you want to do. Well, thank you, Stephanie. FAD. All these channels have lost most of our respect, arguing with each other, calling out one another. I'm sure you all know the ones I'm talking about. Hope y'all had a great day. Hope you had a great day too, Elizabeth. Yeah, he will definitely milk it more. It just aggravates me, when Tammy Lee is obviously hurting over this case. You know what, Shamalama Ding Dong, you are right. He can talk about it. He can. But he's been asked by the family not to talk about it because he's making money on it every day with these videos that are just absurd. But you're right. He has every right to talk about it. But, that's on him. It's disrespectful, but he has the right to. Yeah, Shamalama Ding Dong, you are exactly right. He does not have to. But if it was your family this happened to, and there was a guy on YouTube doing this, and you ask him to stop, I mean, how would you feel? We all have the right to talk about what we want to, but thank you, Brianna. Thank you so much. It really is heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking. No, I haven't heard of that, Grant. I might have to look that up. Thank you, Elizabeth. That really means a lot to me. It really does. Thank you so much for that. Nice comment. Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. He'll criticize the FBI, CBI, Frederick Police Department. He'll criticize their police work, but when someone critiques him, he can't take it. He is the walking definition of hypocrite. And the subs of his channel say that if it wasn't for him, this case would not be solved, and it wouldn't be nowhere near it is. If he was in charge of this case, I would say people would be off on technicalities right now. Yeah, Elizabeth, she found a dress and shoes, and I can't remember what date the dress is. But it's not yet. Her shoes have gotten shipped, and she just ordered her dress. I think it was yesterday, and so it should be shipping soon. I think the dance is like in another week, but I'm not like 100% positive of the date. One thing I did hear on 80s channel is the guy Astral Pilot. He used to go by another name, I think. I don't know if you're familiar with his channel, but they said tonight that his son was still missing, and which that's really sad. I think they said he was 14. So that's a terrible story. Hopefully he comes home safely. That's a very good point, Trish B. I don't know. I got to get me something to drink. Be right back. Big red. Although that looks orange, doesn't it? Doesn't look red. He backtracks on a lot, guys. Sorry about this. I get messages a lot. So a lot of times it's my daughter, and I need to respond to her. So yeah, it looks like it looks orange though. I think in the camera. I don't know. Maybe it's just looks orange to me, but it's supposed to be red. In real life, it looks red. So I don't know if you guys remember this. But years ago, this used to be called Tiger Red. Does anybody remember that? Yeah, I guess she did. She got mad at me on the way there. Told me she hated me and hurt my feelings a little bit. Anybody with kids know how that goes. But hello, is it Dodie or Dottie? Um, the only thing I was talking about, kindness cake, is tonight when I was watching AD's live. AD reported on there that Astral Pilot's son was still missing, so we just pray that he gets home safe. I think he's 14. He's probably, my daughter's 13. So if I didn't know where she was, it would scare me to death. I have no idea why you got timed out. I didn't time you out, Shamalama Ding Dong. I don't know who did. I don't know. Does anybody know why Shamalama Ding Dong got timed out? There you go. Shalom Lama Ding Dong. Vicky Rogers said she timed you out for disruptive chat. I don't know, Shalom Lama Ding Dong. I didn't time you out. I apologize for it if you don't feel like you should have been timed out. We can talk about anything we want to talk about here, but just to take Vicky Rogers' side here a little bit, it did seem like you were just trying to antagonize a little bit, in my opinion, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. That was many, many years ago, but I have been. And just for the record, I trust my mods. I trust every decision they make, and I will support any decision they make. So if I can't see all the comments, it's impossible for me to. So if they made that choice, then I go with them because I trust them. Why are you so up in the face of people, though? Tenth YouTube new terms of service. Yeah. Guys, I'll be right back. I've got to go wee again. I've had to wee a lot today. I think it's all the Red Bull. But I will mute it so you don't hear me weeing. I'm not going to do the other one where there's the stall. Elizabeth, did you check YouTube's Oxygen channel? And then I heard it's also being shown on Facebook's Oxygen channel. So you might check those two places if you want to. And I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a second. It was also pointed out to me tonight also that Wendy Johnson, the lady that was threatening to kill herself that one night in AD's room and blaming on all the supposed hate channels, it was told to me that she's a mod now for AD. IP quickly, Jessica. Jessica, just, how you said, wow, that was fast. Well, just to give you an idea of the reason I was fast is because you know how like a small garden hose, it has like a small stream, and then you've got a great big fire truck hose, and it like really releases the pressure quickly. Just put in perspective for you. Just playing with you, Jesse. You know I love you. It just depends. Elizabeth, how are you trying to do it? If you go through PayPal, you don't have to go through all that Apple stuff. Just FYI. I'm just kidding, guys. It's cold here, believe me. Yes, has anyone talked to Carol Bogdanowitz? I wonder how her date went. When was her date? Was that last night or was it tonight? I can't remember if she talked about it earlier today or if it was last night. I think it was earlier today, wasn't it? That she had said she had a date tonight, so she wouldn't be back on. Bet she's still out tonight, Ron. Yeah, it's kind of early for the East Coast. It's only just 10 o'clock. So, you haven't missed much. Don, we've just been chit-chatting, going over the new documentary that was on Oxygen tonight. I don't know, Kindness Cake. I have no idea what that is, believe me. I don't. I'm just kind of talking about the Watts Case documentary on Oxygen a little bit and kind of going over a few things that AD said in his live. What's a date anyway? Do they still do those? Do people still date? In New York? New York don't get hopping until midnight. Is she in New York? I'm not sure. I thought I knew she was up somewhere in the Northeast, but I'm not sure where it was at. Jan, you're tired because you're always up, hon. You never get no rest, darling. You need to get you some sleep. But you got a lot going on, so I understand. Oh, I guarantee Pink Bubblegum, you will get blocked on the first comment for that. I guarantee it. Yeah, I deal with insomnia a lot too, Jan. I know exactly what you're talking about, but that really is why you stay tired if you have insomnia, because it will leave you drained. Yeah, everyone, rock bottom, a life journey. She's starting a new channel, and she's going to do a vlog on her story. So all you guys check out her channel when she gets rolling. I'm sure it's going to be a very heartfelt story, I believe. Yeah, we should all start counting and see how long it takes her to get back. G'day. G'day, David. G'day. Um, you will get through it, rock bottom. You will, trust me. And Dana Schmida says, it's hard. I'm going through a divorce after 30 years. I'm not sure if you're wanting a divorce or not, but I'm sorry that you're going through something like that. Yeah, one thing I will tell you, rock bottom, that might help you is, and I don't know what point you're at, what stage you're at in your journey, uh, but this is for a lot of people that are at a certain point in their journey. There's going to be days where you absolutely feel like doing nothing, like it will be a job just to get up and go pee. And the main thing you have to do is things that make you force yourself to get up and do it. Force yourself to get up and do it, because that's the things that make you, and those are the things that you need to keep doing to keep your identity. And then once you get through the hard part, you're going to say, I did it. I never thought I'd be happy without a certain thing, whether it's a substance, a person, whatever vices have us in our life. You know what I mean? If you force yourself through that, you'll think, I'm never going to be happy. But then when you get through the hard part and you are happy again, because it's just like me, I'll never be happy without opiates. And I am. We all have the power to overcome, no matter how hard. Believe me, I do know the toughest of times. Thank you, kindness cake. Thank you. It's me. I appreciate that. Trisbury says, I force myself to do something new each month, like going camping, taking scuba lessons, going for a drive alone, etc. Opiates are hell coming off of. Believe me, they are. They say that it won't kill you, but it will damn sure make you wish you were dead. And Rain Dancer says, if relationship is toxic, best to split, without a doubt. If you're with someone and you're miserable, why? there's 7 billion people in this world. I think it's 7 billion, give or take a few billion. But there's 7 billion people in this world. And surely to God, that one person that you're with that's making you feel so low, there's 699 billion, 999,999,999 other people. Out of one of those, someone would treat you right and make you happy. Opiates are the devil. They sure are. They'll make you wish you were dead. Don Break says, I can be unhappy alone. Very true. And you know what, guys? This is the truth. If you are unhappy alone, chances are you are going to be unhappy with someone. Stephanie Lear says, my husband and I separated 2.5 years ago. I've never been happier. And a bad reason I hear of these days is people saying they stay together for the kids. If your relationship is toxic and you're staying together for the kids, believe me, that relationship is toxic on those children too. Brianna, you're from Kentucky. I know you can be strong. The best revenge is success, and it just happens to be the best medicine. Quiet house, no shouting, and we get on better now. Very true. Very true. Oh, Lordy, guys. Been on almost an hour. It really flies in these lives. It really does. If you didn't get a chance to see the Oxygen documentary, try to see it somehow. It was really good just to hear from Tammy Lee throughout the show. The way she explained things, the reason why things were done a certain way. Thank God the investigation is in their hands and not in a certain bloke in England's hands. Jody LV says, I had a very toxic relationship for 5 years. We broke up in summer and they moved cities. I'm just starting to get back to myself. I am ready for nighty night. It's me. Like when you get older, like when you're younger. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some young people in the room, but I think most people are closer to my age in here. And isn't it ironic? And I guess it's ironic. I don't really know if you'd say ironic, but like when you're in your early 20s or even mid 20s or 30s, even, and it's just like you just couldn't wait for that the night to get here. So you could go out, you could have fun, and I can remember being in bars and drinking and listening to music and dancing. And when the 2:30, when I first started going out, it was 12 o'clock, and then in the big city next to me, Lexington, the big city, they upped it till 2:30. Well, you could stay out till 2:30 in the night partying, and I thought, man, I hated to see that 2:30 get here. Good night, Jesse. Thanks for all you do. And nowadays, it's just like I love going to bed like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Isn't it weird how we change like that? Well, I mean, sometimes I stay up, but it's never at a bar anymore. Me too, Barbara. It's after 10 o'clock here. I can remember some nights that'd be about the time I'd be heading out. Now I'm thinking, what in the world was I thinking? But it was fun then. We all had a good time. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. That's really, really, really kind of you. No kidding. I don't know how you want to do. If you want to do it PayPal, I can give you my PayPal info, or you can do Super Chat. And you don't even have to do it if you don't want to, but believe me, I do appreciate it. I'm actually trying to get this to be my full-time job so I can sleep in the mornings and get up and do my research and come live with you guys every night and get paid to do it. That'd just be like, I would never work a day in my life if that was my job, and I would absolutely loved it. I'm going to go live, Barbara, and for all I'll say the people from the UK that subscribe, and also other countries. I'm only saying UK because a lot of people from UK ask me. Um, I'm going to go on earlier tomorrow, and that way, because a lot of times, they don't get a chance to stay up. Of course, like me, they have to get up and go to work and support their family. But Cassius said he's got one eye open and the other one's closing. If you don't tell me good night, Cassius, you have a good night, buddy, and I'll see you kind of early tomorrow. I was a bar girl every night. I never ran outtakes out of energy. Now I run up the stairs and it's time for a nap. Amen, rock bottom. Amen. Yeah, I knew what you meant. See, you got so tired you couldn't even type the right thing. Don says, when my ex and I ended, I wanted to be on the cover of his favorite mag he had on his table at all times, but an Eagles jersey to ruin his mag and football team, or he would have to see me for a week. Oh, you said my, we heard you. What did I say my to? The other eye just opened when I heard my name. Cassius, wake up. Yeah, Cassius is going to have to come on live one night with me. If he wants to. Good night, Carol. You have a good night. Sweet dreams. All right. I look forward to it. And not going yet, but just so you guys know, when I do go, I'll be on a little bit earlier tomorrow. If you can, check out that Oxygen documentary. It's probably one of the best I've seen so far of the ones that's come out here lately. I've heard a lot of good things about CBD, Elizabeth. I'm thinking about checking into it. I don't really have anxiety nowhere near as bad as I used to have it, but sometimes there's just days I just do feel anxious, and I would like to have something like CBD possibly to take the edge off, something that you hear all good things about and stuff. Jan says, Braun, I love the Scottish accent. You are in trouble. Uh-oh. Jody says, because I might come on too. Well, hey. Yeah, Big Pharma doesn't want things like CBD and things like that out there because they don't make a lot of money when things like CBD and stuff is out there competing with them. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I take anymore. I really don't need nothing to help me sleep. I can sleep just about any time, but if I do have trouble sleeping, something that works for me seems like is Benadryl. And then I've also heard a lot of stuff about melatonin, I guess, which is like a natural supplement, I guess. Yes, they are, Dana. Yes, they are. Oh, you use Benadryl too? It's me. Benadryl's always worked really good for me for falling asleep. Hello, Dari. Welcome back. Cupid says he couldn't. He or she. I'm sorry, I don't know. Let me look at your picture. A lot of times I can't tell by the name, so I apologize. Says, I couldn't sleep until I tried that Chinese thing with the needles, heroin. That's not even funny, dude. I mean, it is, but it isn't, but it's all good. Take 100 in the AM and 200 in the PM and adjust as you feel needed. Mox, trust me, I almost died in a car accident. I am in constant pain. I can't do medical weed because of my job, but the cream helps so much. I understand. It's really sad that a plant that grows in the earth, and I'm not a marijuana smoker, so don't get me wrong. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't think there's anything wrong with people that do smoke marijuana. I just don't do it. But there's something wrong when a plant that grows in the ground and has so many beneficial things to it that there's a stigma to it. It's outlawed. You fail a drug test at work and you're going to be in rehab or you're fired. It's just, it doesn't make sense. These big pharma companies can peddle this legal chemicals on the street, and then these pharmacies, they used to talk about drug dealers standing on the street. You want to know what a drug dealer standing on the street is now? It's the CVS pharmacy down on the corner. That's the drug dealer you see on the street now. And big pharma pumping all these monies into these elections, and we're just sitting back and letting it happen. But a plant, a weed that grows in the ground, that takes care of so many people's ailments and illnesses, and it's frowned upon and even illegal in some places, most places in the United States. And then at work, you have to take a drug test and you fail because you took a weed that grows in the earth. I don't get it, but take me to church, I'll wash like a dog. I better quit singing that. I'll get a copyright strike. It's all about the pounds, says Jody. And we don't mean pounds of marijuana. We mean pounds. Dari says, I qualify for medical THC since I electively stopped taking opioids, and there are different medical grade. FDA clear strains to treat people in chronic pain, depression, anxiety, etc. And Stephanie says, I would be devastated if one of my kids smoked weed. Never going to happen, but I understand medical use. Well, one of the things I'm talking about, Stephanie, is not just like smoking it to get a high. I'm talking about for instance, like the 2-year-old baby that's in a seizure, and you rub the oil on his forehead and the seizure stops within seconds. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And I do know that some people smoking weed helps their anxiety. It helps them with pain. There's just so many different uses for it. They make rope out of it. I just don't get it. Yeah, it's me. That's very true. That's what happened with me. My doctor was giving them to me like candy every month. And then all of a sudden, you can't take these anymore. And then you have withdrawals that make you want to go out and go down and rob the nearest bank. I mean, if that happens, if you're a normal everyday person and you're on a substance that a doctor is giving you and they take you off of it and you want to go rob the bank to get it, something's wrong there. Right. I understand, Jan. I understand what you're talking about. And that's what I'm saying. There is so many different uses of it in different ways. Oils, smoking it. Hell, I probably don't even know all the ways you could probably take it because I don't know. I'm just not a marijuana user in any way. And like I said, I'm not anti-marijuana at all. I'm actually pro-marijuana. It helps too many people for it to have the stigma attached to it. Well, not only that, Dodie, not only will you have that severe back pain, you're going to have withdrawals that make you feel like you're dying 10 times over. The back pain will be the least of your worries when you go through the withdrawals from opiates. Yeah, your best bet is to taper off, Dodie. Do not just quit cold turkey. I'm going to subscribe to Rock Bottom. I just can't do it during my live. Well, yeah, I guess I can. Give me just a second to find it. You got 2 subscribers now. No, you got 9 subscribers. I just subscribed, Rock Bottom. Thank you so much. I'll watch your video as soon as my live is over. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be up to watch it too, Rock Bottom. I want to make sure I see it. I love stories like you're going to tell. Very true, Don Break. Very true. They always want to search your car. No, I don't mind at all, Dari. Everyone's free to tell their story here. Type in the whole name of her channel, Rock Bottom, A Life Journey. It's the only thing that comes up. Well, it's not the only thing, but it's the top thing. Damn, it's me. Sorry to hear about that. Good night, Brianna. See you tomorrow. Remember, I'll be on early tomorrow, so don't forget. Round two. Be round two tomorrow. I can hear my daughter laughing from all the way upstairs playing her video games right now. I love it when I hear the kids laughing. Um, did you try? Oh, you can hear her too. It's me. Can you really? I didn't know if she was that loud or not. Um, have you checked the Oxygen's Facebook channel, Rhonda? Check. Oh, that's awesome. Y'all can hear her. Yeah, she's up there laughing her way, playing video games with her friends. Hello, Abby. Hello, hello. How are you tonight? Grant, they say that alcohol and benzodiazepines, I guess that's how you pronounce it, um, are the only two things that can kill you detoxing from them. Also, think of all the money from fines, drug programs, CPS, all the departments that can cut hours. Yeah, Don, that's another point I've tried to make in the past too. The DEA, if they get rid of all the drugs, they don't have a job. So why would they get rid of all the drugs? Maybe when they first started out, their intentions were to get rid of all the drugs, but I'm sure it's not now because if they do that, then they no longer have a job. Yes, and you can have seizures coming off those two caches and kill you. That and alcohol. Um, I think it's pretty cool how all of us in here can pretty much relate to the same thing. And Elizabeth said, it's great to take on a routine basis. It helps on so many levels and with several different issues. I take Benadryl as well. I'm in Madison, Alabama. THC isn't legal here, but CB shops everywhere. You're in Madison, Alabama. I'm in Kentucky, so you're not too awful far off from me. ASB says Xanax is real bad to come off of. I never ever had a problem with Xanax or anything like that, but I've heard it was hard to come off of. And Cassius said it took him 6 years to slowly taper off of them. And Jody LV says apparently alcohol is the most harmful drug that exists, and yet it's legal. All about the money game. Very true. And Jody, your comments are doubling again. It's me. I'm very lucky to be alive too. Some of the stuff I've done. I had I wouldn't really say like a close friend, but someone I knew that they vomited in their mouth and choked to death in the middle of the night drinking like that. I'm thankful we're all here, guys. I really am. How many of us could possibly not be in this room right now because of different issues? It says there's 57 people in here right now. I wonder how many of us. Yeah, it's only one comment now, Jody LV. Yeah, all of us. Well, I wouldn't say all of us. There's probably a couple in here, a few that, and I know this is bad to say because you guys know it's not about numbers to me, but how many more people could we have here tonight if just a few more were saved? I mean, I could be switched out with somebody that's not here and vice versa. Stephanie says, I'm opposite to you guys, scared of my education, rarely take anything but love a glass of wine or 3 or 30. I mean, 3. There's nothing wrong with a glass of wine. I actually know some people, Stephanie, that are prescribed, for instance, nerve medication. And some of them have the choice at night to either take their medication or drink a glass of wine. Alley Cat says she's sober 4 years on Valentine's Day from opiates. It really has. It's made everybody who they are. Jan Rock says 6 months later, met my fella and still here. So when I say he saved my life, he did. having my little girl save me. That's awesome. It's me. Everyone just needs someone to lean on sometimes. That is very true, Cassius. AZ Deb. My son overdosed after my husband, his dad, died. I revived him with Narcan and chest compressions. He was blue with no pulse. How's he doing now, AZ Deb? Yeah, Cassius, I know what you mean. I can relate. We're glad to have you. It's me. I mean, same here. I mean, I feel so thankful to have all you guys. I don't know. Are you asking, Don, or are you going to tell us why? I'm just curious. Yeah, thank you guys too, Cassius. Thank you guys. This channel's it helps me as well. It really does. I promise you, Rock Bottom, as soon as my life is over, I'm going to go watch your video. Y'all hear my daughter laughing? She is cackling, but that makes me happy to hear her laugh like that. Yeah, and we can all hold each other accountable too. If we're getting ready to have a bad day or we want to go out and do something, we can lean on each other for help and support. Hello, Tamara. How are you tonight? Thank you, Shell Shock. She really is. Well, I'll say sometimes she's sweet. Sometimes she's pretty rough on me. Yep, me too. It's me. I love it when she's here. Um, and just like at one night, Tamara come in and she said, well, I'm going to head out because there's no truth going on here. And she stuck around a few minutes, and now she's part of the family. So I'm so glad she stuck around a few minutes and gave us all a chance. Dari, she's already ordered her dress. She ordered it last night. She showed pictures on here. Um, Thank you, Don. It really does. She ordered her dress yesterday, and she ordered her shoes about 3 days ago, and they're already shipped. They might have came today or maybe Monday, but she definitely has my sense of humor, that's for sure. And she has my tell you. I don't know if y'all know this, but one night something she done to me. Y'all know them little snap and pop things? They're little bitty white things, and you throw them on the ground and they pop. They were real popular when I was a kid, called snap and pops. Well, I went in there one night to use the bathroom and sat down on the commode, and I thought I'd broke the toilet seat in half. It cracked real loud, and I really thought I'd broke the toilet seat in half. Well, I got to looking. Julia had took two of those daggone snap and pop things and put them under my toilet seat. And when I sat down, they went off, and she nearly blew my ass off of me. Then I got her that night. I heard her go to the bathroom, and I knew it. I heard her say, "What?" Or what did she say? She really? Yeah, I thought I cracked the toilet seat in half. She tried to blow my ass off of me. Come home from work, she tries to blow my ass off. How about that? But I thought it was funny. I got a good laugh out of it. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you can crack a toilet seat. Believe me to God, when I sat down that night, I thought it went. I mean, just a loud popping sound. I thought I'd crack the toilet seat in half, and scared the shit out of me. Good thing I was sitting on the toilet when it happened. When she scared the shit out of me. That's awesome, AZ Dad. That's awesome that he's doing good like that, working two jobs. Yeah, I done got her back. I put two under her toilet seat. I'll tell you another thing funny you can do to people, guys, is put saran wrap over the toilet, and you can stretch it where it looks clear, and you people won't even know it's on there. And if somebody sits down to do a number two, it'll get all over them. Tamara says she'll fess up. She's broken three of them in the last 7 years. Abby says I might try that on my son. Tamara, or it's me says Tamara, three seats question mark. And Doris says that's awesome. You have a close and open relationship with your daughter, just as long as she knows you're the parent. Easier said than done. Yeah, sometimes she, honest to God, thinks she's the parent for real. She'll come and ask me, "Has your check went in yet?" Like, that's not for you to worry about, honey. She's wanting something new. I don't go in many lives. This one and two others I enjoy. 411 and John Hinge. Thank you, Dana. I'm glad you come in this one. And I tell you what, I think of the next person that uses my toilet. Hey, do the saran wrap and the snapping pops all in one trick. Well, no, because they might stand up when they think they've cracked the seat and do one then the other. Shell Shock said, I was stuck to the toilet when I was pregnant. It was because the wood was cracked and I almost called the fire department. Ha ha. Nothing like the sound of your children laughing. That is very, very true. Saran wrap. Yeah, I'll tell you what I done one time, guys. I was at work and I was in the men's bathroom, and this was a pretty big place I worked at, and there was rows of stalls for men to go in and use the bathroom. Then there was a line of urinals. Well, I was at one night bored at work one night, and I don't even know what made me think of this. I was in my 20s at the time. And I filled this like 20-ounce bottle up with water. And I went in the stall, and there was somebody sitting in the next one, doing the other one besides the wee. And I started pouring that water out of that bottle into the toilet like I was peeing. And then all of a sudden, I started pouring it in the floor. And then I started pouring it all over their shoe. They said, hey, hey, hey. I just thought that was funny. Dari says, my butt fell in the toilet after my 14-year-old nephew left the seat up on the toilet when he was visiting, and I went in there in the dark, sat down, and fell it wet ass. That's not any good. Elizabeth said, how old is your daughter, Braun? I love your name. Where are you in this big world? My daughter is 13, and I'm in Kentucky. CPS on you for the cats? I have never thought about that, putting it up for cats. I bet that would freak a cat out. I hope we get to see her dressing shoes. I will have pictures when she goes to her dance. Flaming Elk Braun. Flipping heck. Teach your cats to ride it. That would be a funny sight. Cash just said his cat's gonna love him in the morning. That would be good right there. Why do cats hate cucumber for? Dana Smeda says, Tamra, one of my cats loved being sucked with a Hoover. Oh my God. That just made me crack up reading that. We're bad influences on each other's, guys. We're going to use all each other's ideas in the morning. We're going to have a lot of shitty asses, a lot of cats that wrapped up in saran wrap, and snapping pops going off, people thinking the toilet seats are cracking. They think a cucumber is a snake. Well, I guess that could make sense. You know, I have noticed that if you have a fake snake around a cat, they will get tripped out by that. So I guess that makes sense now. Yeah, we'll all be laughing in the morning, won't we? Everybody, make your videos, forward them to me, and I'll make a video of it all. We'll have a right hilarious time tomorrow night watching all these videos. Well, I told you guys I was going to do an hour, and no, I don't have any pets right now. It's me. My little doggy went off somewhere. Shelly Neal says, anything happened on the documentary before I take my ass to bed? Ha ha. I've not got a cat. I have a chihuahua who thinks she's a cat, but watched Saran Wrap, never heard of it. It's it's kind of like aluminum foil. It's a wrap, but it's clear, really clear, especially if you pull it really tight. It's so clear that you can't even see it. So if you put it over a toilet seat and pull it tight, somebody will not even see it on there. And they'll poop all over themselves. But the documentary was, it's the best one that they've made since they've been doing the documentaries on this case. And if you get a chance, Shelly, to watch it, watch it. Yeah, people call it cling film. We're grateful that you found us, Alley Cat. Shelly Neal, oh, you're terrible. Shame on you for doing that to your grandfather. Yeah, I felt really bad for Tammy Lee on the documentary tonight. She's really gone through some stuff that's been pretty painful for her. It's apparent. Oh, okay. See, you guys, I said I was going to do an hour, and now it's been almost 2 hours. That's how we get rolling in here at night. We get talking, and before you know it, a couple hours has gone by. Shrink wrapping your boss's office desk and chair together. Yeah, that'd probably get you right up in your file. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Don. That's pretty cool to know that. Time flies when you're having great chat. Indeed, it does. Tammy Lee, remember the investigator on the Watts case that did the polygraph on Chris Watts? She was on the documentary tonight, and she was crying and talking about how she cried more for Chris's kids than he ever did. So, Kelly says she just got done watching the documentary. Kelly, what do you think about AD saying that his shadow video is what gave Tammy closure? Is that not bullshit? That really gripes my ass right there. He cannot just shut up about those shadows. And they're not even his shadows. Saying he gave Tammy Lee closure. Oh, God, he kills me. Yeah, I talked about it at the first, Jan. Not a whole lot, but I did. Yeah, AD said that, Tamara. Said that his shadow videos is what gave Tammy Lee closure. And if it wasn't for that, she would still be going to bed at night thinking the kids were killed that night. Oh, he's got to always make it about him. That's why he has delusions of grandeur. He needs cling film around his whole head about 3 or 4 times wrapped around. He's just delusional. He is so and what got me is when he said it, all of his delusional subs were like, AD, if it wasn't for you, they're like, Tammy needs to write you and tell you thank you. Tammy needs to come on your live one night and thank you for the Shadows video. And I'm sitting here thinking, what? Are you kidding me? He knows absolutely nothing about this case. Tammy Lee was a superstar in this case, and AD knows nothing about it. He needs to shut his mouth about this case is what he needs to do. And what somebody said here earlier, they're right. He doesn't have to shut his mouth. He has that right to not shut his mouth. But it's really sad that he don't. There's a saying that goes around. It's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. And that's what AD has done. He's opened his mouth and removed all doubt. He's delusional. I'm going to get ready for bed, you guys. Sweet dreams, blessing, and lots of love. Just want to need to talk. I really enjoy your lives, Braun, and the people in this group. Thank you, Elizabeth. Same goes for you. You're welcome to message or email me anytime. And I love you, and thanks for being a subscriber. I appreciate it more than you know. Same with me. It's me. He makes me want to puke in my own mouth. But after a documentary like this comes out, and Tammy coming on there and talking about what she's gone through and stuff, that he would have to turn it around and make it about him. I used to think, stuff we would say would get through to his subs and they would realize. But I'm just telling you right now, there's nothing we can say to those subs until they pull their head out of their own ass. And that's just straight up. We love you, Tamara. Aren't you glad you stuck around for a little while that night when you first come in? I'm glad you did. Good night, Elizabeth. Sweet dreams. Oh yeah, he's always got to make it about him. He talks about Chris being a narcissist. He's more of a narcissist than Chris Watts is, in my opinion. In my opinion, um, and he can say whatever he wants to say about anybody. But the first time someone says anything about him, they're picking on him, they're bullying him, they're inciting hate on him. No, they're not. They're doing the same thing to you that you do to everyone else. And he doesn't realize it because he's the walking definition of hypocrite. And if you watch this video, AD, you are the walking definition of hypocrite. And then a lady named Sue Bryant tonight has the just glad I found people who feel the same as I do about AD. Shelly Neal says it's 4 a.m. Thanks for the update, guys. I'm just glad I found people who feel the same as I do about AD because I thought I maybe was a delusional one. No, Shelly, you are definitely not. I wouldn't want to imagine living with him. Pink Bubblegum said he's single for a reason. Amen. Braun, when are you on next? I'm going to be on tomorrow, probably around 2 or 3 p.m. my time, which will be about 7 or 8 o'clock UK time. And yeah, it's just unbelievable the way he is. Tamara says, you guys are kind of fun to hang out with. Well, Tamara, you're kind of fun to hang out with yourself. But it has been 2 hours, so I'm going to run. Thank you guys for letting me spend your Saturday night with you. Thank you for letting me spend mine with you. I love you guys. I'm humble. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. And I will see all of you great people tomorrow. If anyone needs me, you know how to email me or get a hold of me. And Cassius, same to you, brother. It's been a great night, man. I always love having you here. And I love having all of you here. You make it a great night for me. I couldn't imagine my Saturday night doing anything else. Good night, Kelly. Come over and bounce for a while if you want to. Love you guys. Love you. It's me. Love all you guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.